Do you guys want to rant about how much I've learned about how broken old Twitch VODs are through my archiving process? All right, as you all know, Twitch is limiting highlights to 100 hours soon, and they're deleting, like, if you have more than 100 hours. They were gonna stop April 19th, and they extended it to May. But I've been working on saving a bunch of highlights because I have almost 1,000 hours of highlights, and Twitch is only gonna save 100 of it. So I have a lot to back up. And old Twitch VODs are harder to back up than you might think. Yeah, Drive, this is good YouTube content. All right, so off the top of my head, here's a list of issues I have found when trying to save old Twitch highlights. So one, a lot of VODs are just straight up broken. There is a link to it. There's supposed to be a video to it. It's just not there. Some VODs, so those VODs, it'll just say like this content is missing or something. There are some VODs that you will get an error from. So you try to play the video, it just says an error, could not find it. So it turns out there's a certain issue with, I think it's like if portions of very old highlights are muted, it will not be able to find the full highlight and display an error. And that was actually something that Twitch Downloader guys recently found and fixed in like the newest version of Twitch Downloader. They found a workaround for it. So luckily you can download, well, some you can download, but not all. But yeah, so there's a problem with like certain old VODs not playing if they're like partially muted or something. There's certain highlights that are just not what they should be. Like I found a few highlights that have a certain thumbnail and a certain title that expect me to be in like some place in the game, and I click on the video and it's some other place that is completely unrelated to what the title says. And it's like, I mean, I guess there's a chance I could have messed up the highlight 12 years ago, but it looks like it just highlighted the random chunk of the VOD that was not the actual highlight. So going back to chat, so chat issues. So from roughly 2016 to 2019, chat replay was introduced in 2016, early 2016, like February. And from that period up until like early 2019-ish, so about a 3-year period, there are a ton of issues with chat. So some VODs will have chat completely missing. Some will have chat significantly delayed. And if the chat is delayed, that means it also cuts off the end of the chat. So like say I have, a 3-hour VOD and the chat starts half an hour into the VOD. It still starts at the start of the actual chat itself. So like 30 minutes into the VOD, it'll displaying minute 1 of the chat, which also means that at the end of the VOD, 3 hours in, it'll only be at 2.5 hours. And then you lose the last half hour of the chat. Luckily, again, Twitch Downloader guys, the people working on Twitch Downloader were able to fix that. So I was actually able to save a lot of what would otherwise be lost, broken chats. So huge shout outs to the guys working on Twitch Downloader for fixing a lot of issues that recently came up. What else? There's definitely more. Oh, this isn't really like necessarily a Twitch issue, but more like a minor inconvenience when I was trying to save chat for VODs, is that a lot of Twitch emotes that were removed since then still have the emote ID of what it was before, like PogChamp and Bible Thump and stuff. So they have these old IDs in the chat. Like this is something I would kind of expect. Like this isn't too big of an issue, but to save them on old chats, I actually had to do a workaround where I actually added 7TV emotes for Bible Thump and old PogChamp. I'll probably remove them again afterwards. But it was a minor inconvenience, I guess. But that's not like so much a Twitch issue because that's kind of more understandable. What were other Twitch VOD issues? Oh, so one thing that was interesting when I first had to start uploading the VODs to YouTube through Twitch's export system. So I don't know if this is currently an issue, but like the first few days of when Twitch announced that they were going to start deleting old highlights, I started mass exporting my VODs to YouTube, right? And so YouTube has a pseudo limit on how much you can upload. So YouTube's limit is that you can only have 15 videos in the upload queue at once. But other than that, like it's not a hard limit on like how many videos you can upload a day. It's just 15 in the queue, and they can keep adding more. So I started mass exporting stuff to YouTube from Twitch. And I started running into issues, and I started thinking like, oh, is this just like a YouTube limit? And so I just waited a little bit, and it kept happening. And it turns out, at least I guess I don't know the for sure answer of this, but I think YouTube may have temporarily cut off Twitch's export system because of like mass exports being done or something. Because there was like a few days where like exports would just not work. And so, yeah, I kind of have a conspiracy theory that Google was not happy with YouTube, or Google was not happy with Twitch, that there was suddenly like a giant spike in exports to YouTube. Yeah, API key overload, something like that. So that was interesting. I'm sure there's more issues I'm not thinking of right now. But yeah, there's a lot of issues with old Twitch VODs. I have learned... I have a new conspiracy theory on why Twitch is doing the deleting highlights thing. And my new conspiracy theory is that things are so messed up and so broken from their old systems that they can't easily update, that they just want to get rid of stuff. Because, oh my god, their old VODs are so broken. Oh, another issue I forgot. There's VODs that are randomly missing like 30-minute chunks. Like, I have old speedruns that I re-uploaded that it'll be like 1 hour, 30 minutes in, suddenly 2 hours in, and there's just 30 minutes missing. Because Twitch VODs used to be stored in 30-minute chunks, and I don't know, a big 30-minute chunk just came out of a bunch of VODs. Yeah, Dry, like, yeah, comparing old Twitch VODs to old YouTube videos is crazy. Like, it's honestly kind of insane how like 2006 YouTube videos will still work completely fine, and Twitch VODs are, to this day, still bad. Oh, another Twitch VOD issue that is not related to old VODs. This is one that happens even on modern VODs. So there's a chance this may be something on my end, but this exclusively happens with Twitch VODs, and I think it's super weird. Sometimes when scrubbing through Twitch VODs, my internet completely goes out for like 30 seconds, and it's exclusively with Twitch VODs. I have no... It happens to you too? Okay, so it's not me. It's not me. No, it's not my internet. It's not my ISP. Like, it 100% only happens if I am scrubbing through Twitch VODs. It never ever happens other than this. And it's my entire internet connection dies down. That's a thing 100%? Okay. So I'm not crazy. So yeah, that's another thing that is kind of insane about Twitch VODs. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen where scrubbing through a Twitch VOD kills my internet connection completely? No, not my router quits out. It's just like nothing. I am not able to connect to the... Like, I haven't actually tested if it's my entire router or just my PC. I probably should. Next time it happens, I should try seeing if it affects other connections. But it 100% only happens specifically when scrubbing through Twitch VODs. Like, I'm very confident that that is the cause. I mean, it's possible it could be browser too. Like, I use Firefox. I know that Firefox is not the most supported browser these days, but I'm fairly sure it's more related to Twitch still. But yeah, Twitch VODs have issues. Honestly, part of me is slightly happy that the whole highlights being deleted thing is happening. Because in a way, it's good that we now have 100% confirmation that we should not be trusting Twitch VODs ever again. Because I used to use Twitch VODs as like a lazy, I don't want to upload this to YouTube, I feel lazy, so I'm just going to leave it as a Twitch highlight. Now, at the very least, I know that Twitch highlights cannot be ever trusted, and so I will now 100% never highlight anything without uploading it to YouTube. And then that also means that we will not have to deal with Twitch issues anymore. In 5 years, YouTube will delete poorly performing videos, is your bet? I used to think that. I no longer think that. Because I was curious about this and looked into it, and YouTube's old videos take up such a tiny amount of space. Like, YouTube's storage issues, newer videos take up significantly more space than older videos purely because of quality. Like, increases in quality expectations and like frame rate expectations and stuff. Like 1440p 60 fps videos obviously take up way more than like 720p videos. So older videos are such a small percentage of their storage that I don't think they care. Like, if they got rid of a bunch of low performing videos from 10 plus years ago, they would barely make a dent in their storage. Yeah, and delivering the video is much more significant than the hosting of it too. Yeah, that exactly. So yeah, I think if YouTube does anything more restrictive in terms of keeping content around, my guess would be that it'd be restricting uploads of higher quality videos. Like that thing about what happened to that thing where YouTube was gonna, did they go through with the thing where 4K was only available if you have YouTube Premium? No? Okay, they didn't go through with that. Okay, because that's something that I would reasonably expect. Like that, honestly, I know people hate not having free thing, like used to be free thing is now paid thing, but that's one thing I would kind of understand if they locked 4K behind a paywall, because that is going to be, you know, a big storage issue. But no, higher bitrate is premium. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I think older videos and lower performing videos are not really going to be an issue on YouTube, because I think those are such negligible. I think they are a negligible thing for YouTube, which is why it's still so baffling that Twitch is doing this. Like, I know Twitch is not YouTube, so surely their storage issues are not the same, but they should be similar, and I feel like Twitch is probably handling it significantly worse, and that's probably why they have to delete stuff. But yeah, YouTube, I'm honestly not that worried about them deleting content, especially, like, I know everyone loves to not trust YouTube and say YouTube bad, but I mean, the fact that you could still watch a video uploaded in 2006 and it works perfectly fine, no issues. Like, I don't know if, is there a single other video service that can say the same thing, even with videos half as old? I don't know. I mean, you obviously should not trust YouTube 100%, but I think there's no current reason to expect that they're gonna want to take away your 16 view video from 12 years ago at this point. No, the first run did not die. I just went on a rant about Twitch VODs, about everything wrong with Twitch VODs, because the entire Twitch VOD archiving process has been a complete mess. Yeah, there is some stuff on YouTube, like yeah, annotations being gone does kind of suck. I know even I had like 1 or 2 videos that kind of relied on annotations from super long ago. So, I mean, you can't trust everything for YouTube again, but I mean, there's still by far the best like video service. Well, I guess technically maybe archive.org. Side note, actually, something I kind of realized is really cool about the old SDA days. Speed Demo's archive, like, you know, the super old speedrun website. It is slow, but something I realized is the SDA used to, well, I think they still do, upload every single speedrun they have on archive.org. So I know SDA, like in modern speedrun community, kind of gets made fun of and put down a lot, but good at archiving. Everything is saved. I'm pretty sure that every speedrun that has ever been on SDA actually has a working video to this day. So you know what? Good on them for proper archiving. I do realize SDA servers like basement. I mean, you know what? It works today, so good for them. But again, I mean, I'm pretty sure they have backups all on archive.org, so even if SDA's stuff goes down, they should all still be on archive. Yes, we love proper archives. TSA's runs around on archive. I think they were probably removed because of the whole cheating thing, but although I guess, honestly, I'd probably prefer if they would stay there, despite the cheating. How full is my NAS at the moment? Let's take a peek. 12.4 terabytes free of 21.6 terabytes. And then I also have 3.25 terabytes free of 7.27 terabytes of a separate 8 terabyte hard drive I'm using for the OOT leaderboard archive project. My brother in Christ, please start the run. I just had to do a rant about archiving because it's been on my mind and it's something I've had to do a lot of work for and it's annoying.